What one of these agility reps is better? How about now? Does this help? Looking at these angles of these body parts. Now we're gonna give you one drill, how we took a high-level soccer player from here leaking energy on his agility and getting left in the dust to improving his stiffness, redirecting force, and being a quicker, more agile athlete. Starting from ground zero here with my man, band around the hips, that's just gonna pull his mass more to the left to cause him to absorb, so just speeding up that cut and demand here on his right leg in the situation. So that is the goal here. So now I noticed this and his core is swaying and I'm like, So it looks like core is the weak point here. He's got decent leg strength. Obviously he's on the ground for a long time. That could be improved. But the biggest thing, core, lowest hanging fruit, core. So how do we fix that? So as any good coach would do, we put our thinking caps on and we take the band from his hips and we put it in his hands. Okay, so what that's gonna do is it's gonna force him to engage his core, more specifically his obliques on the left side, okay? And we have some progress. Obviously we're fixing on one thing at the time. There's probably like 5 things we could fix here, but this is just, again, fixing one thing at a time. So of course this base is way too narrow for his feet, right? We want a nice wide triangle here, and then ideally his foot will be here under his mass like it is, but it really needs to get that right foot out in that situation. But that is, again, we're trying to fix one thing. So we're just focusing on the core here. We still have these little lag, right? We can see these shoulder dipping to the right, when in fact we want it dipping down to the left. Now, as any good coach knows what to do is when to shut up and just let the athlete train. So we've coached him up first on the first couple drills and made him aware of his problem and what we're trying to achieve with the drill, right? And then we just zip our lips and let the athlete self-organize and figure it out. That's the way it sticks, okay? Versus trying to choke them with our words. So as you can see, this is probably about 2 to 3 reps in. We put the band around the hips again, but something you can notice is, right, we got a little bit better shoulder dip. We get a little bit more level shoulders here. Again, not perfect. We're not trying to be perfect. We're just making progress here, but we have better angles, right? Like through the foot, knee, ankle to the opposite shoulder, right? This foot's coming down a little bit. Oh, look at that. We're starting to cook now, guys. We're getting better agility. This is where coaching comes in and it gets me fired up. I love helping people get better. And on the last drill, we went back to the hands, coach him up a little bit, right? Now we got that better. He's also sitting his hips, meaning like his hips are here, right? Boom. So now if we measure this distance, from hips to floor-ish, right? He does a good job lowering his center of mass, which we want. Does a better job there getting lower while having that natural shoulder lean that we've been working on, right? And this is just me reiterating for him. Tell him to drop his left hand. Yep, like drop that shoulder down. Almost like his hand is going to touch the ground, right? The lower you are, the easier it's going to be to help you change direction, right? So that's why I was telling him, like, drop the shoulder to the ground, try to touch the ground with that hand almost, and that's naturally going to move this foot over. And this is where coaching really comes in, is knowing what coaching cue to say, so that way you do 3 things at once, right? Or make it very simple, give him an external focus, touch the ground. By telling him that, right, I can correct 2, 3 things with one cue versus trying to take the time to do 3 different things.